Hey everyone, it's Jesse from Average Ontario Anglers. Today I'm going to show you this new reel that I picked up at the Peterborough Tackle Show. Now, as you can see, I am a fan of the big round reels, although most reels that you're going to buy modernly are going to be low profile reels because they're more comfortable and generally a lot lighter. There's something special about a big full aluminum round reel, especially when you're chucking bigger baits like these for pike, big bass, and muskie as well. The first round reel I ever bought was the old Calcutta, well, it's not old, but the Calcutta GTB. The GTB is just the one with the upgraded bearings. It has 8 instead of 4 on the regular Calcutta, and it has a ported spool. This was my dream reel when I was really young, and when I finally got enough money to buy it, I bought it, and I've cherished it ever since. I've kind of babied it. It does have some rash on it, but I do baby it quite a bit. Ever since I used this, I fell in love with round reels. There's something about these old made in Japan heavy duty reels. They're just bulletproof. The internals are very simple. If you know how to maintain your reel, they will last literally forever. So when I saw this thing at the tackle swap, I knew I had to buy it. Not only is it left-handed, which I am now, it's a 250 size. So instead of the regular my Calcutta 200, obviously the spool in the 250 is a little bigger, so it's going to be better for casting slightly larger baits because it's going to hold more line. Right now I have 17-pound mono on it, but it had 65-pound braid on it when I bought it, so the guy was obviously throwing some bigger stuff with it. I actually got this for $40 from a guy selling used muskie gear. It wasn't in the area where they were selling reels. It was kind of just something that he pulled out, and he asked 40 bucks for it. So I looked at it, he let me kind of take it apart, and it looked in good shape, so I happily gave him 40 bucks. I would have given him a lot more if he would have asked, but I'm not going to tell him that obviously now, but it's a really good looking reel. Full aluminum. This is the Daiwa Millionaire CV-Z. It's the one with the Mag Force Z braking system, which I'll show you in a second. It's pretty cool. It was a little rough when I got it. I lubed it up. I put some grease on the gears, and the thing, as you can see, she spins pretty good. I took her out casting the other day and she casts well too. One thing that I do want to do is get an upgraded handle, since this handle is a little on the small side for what I plan to use it for, which is slightly bigger crankbaits, stuff for pike and muskie. Not generally big muskie stuff, but finesse muskie stuff. We do fish a few small rivers that have muskie in them, and generally speaking, you're using smaller spinners and crankbaits, so a reel like this is more than enough. So the Mag Force Z is pretty interesting. I'll just show you quickly what's on the Calcutta. The Calcutta has the traditional pin braking system that you can adjust, which is pretty standard for a lot of Shimano reels. The Daiwa Millionaire has something a little different. You actually have to unspin the whole side. This comes off. And as you can see, it has the Mag Force Z. So attached to the spool is this inductor, and this actually can go in and out depending on the speed of the spool. And that will run, this ring will run inside of this ring here. Now the interesting part is this whole piece here is adjustable. If you click it in and out, it'll go further or closer to the ring of the reel of the inductor. So basically, as the thing is spinning, the inductor can go in and out closer to these magnets, and that will be your braking. It's actually very cool. It works pretty well from what I used it the one day that I fished it. The only annoying thing is you have to actually unscrew the reel, and it may take a few seconds to put it back together. But generally speaking, it's a proven method, works really good. These reels, I find, the Calcutta too, once you set them, it's kind of a set and forget. I usually put it on like 4 or 5 and then go from there. And usually once you set it for the bait you're using, you rarely set it again. So I'm really excited to use this reel and catch some fish on it. A super good buy for $40. I was actually very impressed. So if you ever are in the market for buying some used reels, I would definitely recommend checking out the Peterborough Tackle, the Tackle Swap or the Tackle Show next year in 2023.